Hello, everyone. I greet you all. I was going to say good morning, good evening, but obviously there has to be different time zones. Today, as promised, I'm going to prepare Gari and beans with all the trimmings. Over here, I've got some brown beans soaking. Um, I've washed it, and this is the water. I'm going to drain it off. This is about a cup of beans, brown beans, the Nigerian variety, oloyin they call it. It's very good in this dish. It's very sweet and for descriptions of the ingredients used, um, head over to Obaya Creative Ghanaian Cook. That's my personal blog on Facebook. I'd make it a point to pin it in the comment section so you can read further about the ingredients used. So this is the oloyin beans. It's going to go in some clean water. I've got here bicarbonate of soda. I'm going to just add a little bit, maybe I would say a quarter teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. And this right here is called, in my language, it's called atieja. My grandmother used to use it a lot. Somebody brought it from Ghana a few years ago, and I did cut it up, and this is the last of it. It's such an invaluable ingredient in prepping beans of all sorts. So I'm going to just add a handful for seasoning to it, and then I'll cover it up and then cook it on high heat till it boils, and then turn it to the lowest heat and leave it for an hour. With beans and legumes, it is very important to cook it for longer. And we'll get on with the rest of the cooking. Stay tuned. This is Obaya's Gari and beans, so it's going to differ. The difference, obviously, if you don't know by now, is more veggies. So I'm going to create a vegetable sauce that can be used in this dish and a lot of other dishes as well. So I've cut up some red onion. I'm going to just put them in the food processor. It's seen better days, but hey, I don't part with my cooking utensils easily, you see. I form a bond with them. So I've got some green onions, one green onion cut up. And then some celery. I used about 4 stalks. I'm going to finely chop these. And then I've got oil in the base of this pan. So I'll tip it in and then start frying on the hob for, I'd say, 20 minutes till it's done. I've got my trusty scale here, and I'm going to measure 400 grams of cherry tomatoes and plum tomatoes. So I'll look for the gram sign. Okay. Yes. And then I'm looking for 400 grams. So I'll measure 200 grams first. So, come on. This is approximately 200 grams. So that's going to go in the blender. And then I've got some plum tomatoes, 200 grams. Okay. That's gonna go there. And I've got these pointy red peppers. I'm going to cut them up, add it to that, and then blend it. Put it in the cooking pot without water. I'm not going to add any additional water, and that will go on the hob for 30 minutes till all the water is drained. Well, the beans are soft now. It's very important to wait for beans to soften before it is seasoned. So I'm just going to add some salt to season it. That's all I'm doing. Stir. And taste. Okay, so I'm going to turn the hob off because the beans are done now. Cover it up and continue. So I've got some cut up ripe plantains, and I went ahead and chopped. I went ahead with peeling an onion, a small one, some ginger, some cloves. I'm going to quickly cut up the onion. Grind these, add some salt. And I'm going to just cover the cut up plantains, ripe plantains, in this wonderful thing. Usually there's pepper added as well, and I've got some cayenne pepper in here. But what I do is that pepper tends to burn quickly, so I don't add it when cooking it. So I'm going to smother these when this is finely grounded, and then fry them in the oil. And then after it's cooked, I'm going to just sprinkle the pepper on. So we've got some Kelly Willy vibe going on, you see, without the burning. So whilst the cooking goes on and everything blends into each other, and I mean, we're going to go ahead and prepare some salad. Very simple salad. So I've got a lemon, I've got some lemon here, and I'm going to squeeze some lemon. Add a tablespoon to this container, and to that I've got some rapeseed oil. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons to that. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll add some salt to taste. Just a sprinkle. Next to go in will be honey. I like my salad dressing sweet, so that's a tablespoon of honey gonna go in. Cover, shake to mix everything in. Taste for salt. Set aside, and I've got my salad spinner here. I've got 2 leaves washing away. I've got the gem lettuce, I'm going to put it in here. And then I'm going to be adding some arugula or rocket leaves. Just add, cover, and this is going to spin to get rid of the water, excess water. And then I will just add some salad dressing to it when I'm about to eat it. Ooh, cheer, 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 cheer. A wonderful veggie sauce is done, and I combined the two. The reason I cook them separately is when they're combined, they tend to smell a lot. So, and this is a base for a lot of dishes that calls for, you can use it for tomato stew, and it's been prepped already. So it's left with about 10 minutes cooking time. So it's left with the part where you add the protein of your choice and the seasonings, and then wait for it to blend together. So I usually have this in my fridge all the time, or a similar one for dishes, because I've not got time to spare at all. So I'm going to be adding for this dish just a tablespoon. Ooh. And then add Scotch bonnet pepper, some green onions, a remainder of the palm oil, a generous amount, all of it actually, because Gari and beans demands lots of palm oil. And because it's already cooked, I'm just gonna turn it off, add some salt, and that's it. So let's plate up and eat. It's time to plate up this gorgeousness. So I've got some boiled beans with some water, very important in this dish. Place it like so. And these are Gari flakes, cassava flakes. It goes through a lot of processes actually. For the Ghanaians watching, they would know. It's delicious. So I'm going to sprinkle that on generously. And the water from the beans will soak up the cassava. And then this is my wonderful sauce. Actually, wonderful. Ooh, see the oil. Going to spread it all around. Add some more. And then, well, these are the fried plantains. They've been soaking in thingy to get rid of excess oil, and as you can see, half of it is eaten. I cooked it so I can eat it. So I'm going to just spread it around, or place it over here. Uh-oh. And then I'm going to get some arugula and some lettuce that we washed earlier. Some on the floor, but it's expected more arugula or rocket. Shake our salad dressing again. Add a generous amount, like so. And our plate of gobe, cooked my way, is ready. If you want some, give me your email address and I'll email yours. Till next week. Bye-bye.